everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com, and I'm excited to be back with you with another video in my series called Flashcards 2.0. Today's flashcard is just a very fun, elegant, and you know me, a touch on the vintage side, but a really pretty little simple Valentine card that can be made in a flash. So let's get started with today's card. I'm going to be using the flashcard template. This would be the Flashcards 2.0, and if you're not familiar with how that works, if you'll just do a quick search on YouTube for Connie Stewart Flashcards 2.0, should be the first video to pop up, and it'll explain how we use just two pieces of cardstock to create a lot of different cards, very different looks. Today's card is going to be very vanilla, and I've cut that at 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. My Flashcard 2.0 pieces are also very vanilla and pink pirouette. Okay, today we're going to start with prepping our actual card, and as you can see, we've got some cutout going on here. So I'm going to come in with the Big Shot scallop, the large scallop framelit. I'm going to lay that on my card. Actually, you really would open this up. There we go. So we're going to take that, you're going to run that through your Big Shot. When you're done, it's going to look something like this, okay? We just need to trim off this little area here, so let me trim that away and save that. We're going to use that because you know we always do. So now I've got this. We've got this great scallop, but we're going to come in with the Delicate Design embossing folder, and I'm going to put that right in place, and I'm going to run that through my Big Shot as well. And when we're all done, it's going to look something like this. As you can see, I've come in and I've done some sponge work, and I just kind of touched on that raised area there, so I get kind of, again, that vintage look that I'm going for. Okay, now let's do a little more stamping. I'm going to go ahead and get my sentiment on here. I'm going to be using Crumb Cake ink and the stamp set You Are Loved. And let's get our Happy Valentines on here. I think you can see with this card I could do Happy Anniversary. I could do a lot of different things with this one. But as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we're always kind of thinking ahead on what we want to be working on in the future. So, okay, I've got that done. I think I'm ready to set my card aside, and we're ready to come in and start working with our flashcard piece. Now, with the pink pirouette, I did need to trim it down just a little bit, and I cut off 1/4 inch. Just as simple, not a big deal, but I'm going to take that 1/4 inch piece, and I'm going to adhere that so I can cover up the seam that I've got going on. We don't want that, so let's hide that like so. This piece here, we're going to do some stamping on it. Now I've already pre-stamped some of it here. Again, same stamp set, and I'm using actually Pretty in Pink here, and I'm just going to come in and stamp just a little bit more, just so I can kind of fill in. So I've got that, and we're going to adhere that now to the inside of our card. My little trick for doing that is I'm going to take it and line it up with the bottom of my card base. I'm going to put some adhesive here and then down here on these scallops. That way I can just fold it right over, bring it together, and I'm sure that everything's lined up well. Now, one thing I do have to tell you about, and that is right in here, sometimes, depending on where this trimmed away, you could have some real ugliness showing here, okay? And that's going to be just from some embossing. You're going to have a harsh line. It's not going to be pretty. Well, guess what? That's where that little scrap that we cut away, and I said keep it, we're going to use it. I've sponged on the edges, and we're just going to hide that should it be showing. And hey, even if it's not, it's still going to kind of polish off the inside. All right, so we've got that done, and it looks like I came a little too far over. I'm going to have to trim just a hair of that away so my card will close. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and prep those hearts that we need on our card. And I've come in now with my very vanilla flashcard piece, and I've stamped that large heart from You Are Loved. I stamped it in Pretty in Pink and in Crumb Cake. Yes, I know I missed half of it. That's okay. I'm going to come in with my framelit, my heart framelit set, and I'm going to be using these the two smallest ones. On the crumb cake, I'm going to place one heart, and here on this Pretty in Pink, I'm going to add the other one. I need this space because after we cut these through with the Big Shot, we'll cut those out. And with what's remaining, I'm going to take the heart punch and I'm going to punch 2 hearts there. So what we're going to have is 1 large, 2 smalls, and then my crumb cake one. So let's go ahead and adhere those onto our card. And so we'll put that one there. Oh, by the way, I did also, because you know me, I came along and I had to sponge the edges with a little more crumb cake. And let's add that one. I've got some Stampin' Dimensionals just because I think dimensionals make everything look amazing. And I've got one more and I'm going to put it up here in the corner. There we go. Okay, now I just felt like we needed a little Victorian lace going on there, so I've got a piece of crumb cake taffeta ribbon, and oh, I don't know, what is that, just about 3 inches of that crochet trim. And watch this, so easy. We're just going to tie it together. Just tie it over once and give that a little tug so everything looks nice and even. Of course, you'll take your scissors and trim that down and make it look really awesome. Then with a mini glue dot, we can just adhere that onto our card. And let me go ahead and bring in the finished card. There we go. I also did a little stamping on the inside just to give it a little something something. And there you go. What do you think? Another card in a flash. And I don't know about you, I don't think it looks anything like those 2 little pieces of paper anymore. Not by the time we get done with it. So thanks so much for tuning into my card today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy the kind of Victorian elegance that comes along with it. And hey, why not think outside the box a little bit? I don't know about you, but I think right here we could do ornaments instead of hearts. We could do flowers instead of hearts. A lot of different options, but still just a really great card in a flash. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And remember, you can purchase all the products that I used in today's video from my website, simplysimplestamping.com. I'll have a complete list of everything I used. All those can be purchased through my online store with Stampin' Up. Thanks so much for checking in, and we'll see you next time on Flashcards 2.0. Bye-bye.